Good morning, students. Now, in the last section of this chapter, we shall discuss the solution of such pair of equations which are not linear but can be reduced to linear form by making some suitable substitutions. Now, let's take an example like 2 upon x plus 3 upon y, that is equal to 11. Okay, and the second one is given here, 5 upon x minus 4 upon y, that is equal to 15. Look at it, students. Here the variables are in denominator, right? Now, can we write this equation like twice multiply by 1 by x plus thrice multiply by 1 by y, that is equal to 11? Yes or no? Right? Similarly, we can this equation can be written in form of this. Now, students, here we let that 1 upon x, that is equal to p, and 1 upon y is equal to q. Right? So by taking this substitution, we reduce these equations in form of linear pair of linear equations. Right? What will we get? Now look, 1 upon x is equal to p. It means what will we get here? 2p plus 3q is equal to 11. Right? Now what? 5p minus 4q is equal to 15. Yes or no? Now we can easily solve this pair of linear equation by elimination method. Here we have the pair of linear equation in form of p and q. Now multiply by this equation 4 and I multiply by this equation by 2. So we get what? The one of the coefficient equal. We can multiply this by 5 and this by 2. Here we equate the p. Understand? So that you get 10p plus 15q is equal to 55, and 10p minus 8q is equal to 30. Now, students, you know that how we eliminate, subtract. Already discussed elimination method. What will we get? 7q is equal to what? 25. Q is equal to 25 upon 7. Now put the value of q here and get the value of p. And then students, at last, here we put the value of p and q here and get the value of x and y. I hope you understand how we reduce this type of equation in pair of linear equation, and after that you can easily solve. And at last, put the value of p and q here. Look at it. If we put the value q is equal to 25 upon 7, what will we get? What will we get? Y is equal to 7 upon 25. Similarly, we put the value of p here after finding the value of p, and then we get the value of x here. Okay, students. Now, look at the screen. Look at the screen. Here we have example 18. Look, in example 18, the equations are given 5 upon x minus 1 and y minus 2 is equal to 2, and 6 upon x minus 1 minus 3, right? So here we'll add 1 upon x minus 1 is equal to p, look at here, and 1 upon y minus 2 is equal to q here. Okay, so what will we get? After reducing, after putting this substitution, we get 5p plus q is equal to 2 as equation number 3, and 6p minus 3q is equal to 1. That is our equation number 4. Now, students, we can easily solve this pair of linear equation by elimination method, and we can easily get the value of p and q, and at last put the value of p and q here, where we let the values p and q, and again we get the two equations, and after solving the equation we can easily get the value of x and y. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Look. What will we get? X is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5. Now students, it's a very important concept again that is given in example number 19. It's a very important example because this concept is a very unique concept and so many times CPSC board exams ask the question based on this concept. Understand? So please read this question carefully. Example number 19. Here I will discuss the concept, what is the mean of downstream and what is the mean of upstream. Right? So students, first we need to understand that what is the mean of upstream and downstream. Now look, upstream means if both the boat and the water, the direction of water in the different direction, because when you read this example you will find that here we have a boat, right, floating on a water or river, right? So we need to find out the speed of water and speed of boat, right? So when both are in opposite direction, the boat and water, the speed of water, the speed of boat and speed of, let be the speed of boat x kilometer per hour and the speed of water y kilometer per hour, and that is the mean of upstream. Upstream means boat float against the water, the direction of against the direction of water. It means what is the resultant speed of the boat? That is x minus y kilometer per hour. That is the resultant speed in upstream. That is the mean of upstream. And students, one more concept, that is downstream. Downstream means the boat and the water are both in the same direction. It means boat floating in the direction of water. That means the resultant speed is x plus y kilometer per hour. That is the mean of downstream. So students, in example number 9, look at the example number 19, sorry. In example number 19, the concept we use the upstream and downstream here. So please read the example carefully. Here, look, a boat goes 30 kilometer upstream and 44 kilometer downstream in 10 hours. Right? Is the first condition. And in the second condition, in 13 hours, it can go 40 kilometer upstream and 55 kilometer downstream. Determine the speed of stream. Stream means water, speed of water, and that of the boat in still water. Students, the picture is also given here. Look, in the first condition, both are in the same direction. In the second picture, is against direction. Yes or no? So that is, if the both are in same direction means downstream, and if the both are boat and the stream are in different direction, against opposite direction, it means upstream. Okay, look at here. If we let the speed of boat in still water x kilometer per hour and the speed of stream y kilometer per hour, then the speed of boat in downstream x plus y. Please keep in your mind the resultant speed of a boat in downstream is always plus, and the resultant speed of boat in upstream x minus y. Look at here. Right? Now, according to the given condition, first we need to calculate the time taken by the boat in 13 kilometer and time taken by the boat in 14.4 kilometer downstream. So in the first condition, 30 kilometer where upstream hai, that's why in upstream, what is time? You know that distance upon speed, and we calculate T1 here. 30 upon x minus y. I hope you understand. Now, calculate, look at here. T2, what is T2? Time taken by the boat to go 44 kilometer downstream. Students, T2 is 44 kilometer. That for to time taken by both, that is 44 upon x plus y. Now students, total time taken by the boat, what? 10 hours. So look at here, the equation is 30 upon x minus y plus 44 upon x plus y is equal to 10. Similarly, we can form an equation according to this given information. In the second case, in 13 hours, it can go 40 kilometer upstream and 55 kilometer downstream. Look at here. Look at here. It is given, right? So according to the given condition, we always easily get 40 upon x minus y plus 55 upon x plus y is equal to 13. Now students, now we reduce these equation 1 and 2 in form of pair of linear equation by taking a substitution. 1 upon x minus y is equal to u and 1 upon x plus y is equal to v. And please read the solution carefully. After substitution, we get these equation 30u. Here it take u and v. You can take any alphabet. Okay, it doesn't matter. Now after reducing, we get equation number 4 and 5, and then here it use the cross multiplication method and find the value of u and v. And after getting the value of u and v, look at here, put the value of u and v here, as we let in here, right? In starting, we let put the value of u and y, and we get the value, again the two equations. Look, x minus y is equal to 5 and x plus y is equal to 5. And by solving this equation x minus y is equal to 5, we get x and y easily. Now students, I hope you understand the concept of upstream and downstream. So what will you do? Today we solve only the examples given here, and then tomorrow we will discuss the exercise 3.6. Thank you.